Hey, boys and girls, this is Miss Carter. We're going to look at compare and contrast. That's same and different. When we compare, we tell what is the same about two or more things. Here's oranges and bananas. Let's compare them. Let's tell some ways that they're the same. Pause the video now and in your notebook write down one way that oranges and bananas are the same. Pause now. All right, what did you come up with? Well, I came up with more than one thing, so we'll see if your thing is the same as any of my things. One way they're the same, well, you can eat both of them. That's something that's the same about them. They're both fruits. That's the same about them too. You have to peel both of them. You can't eat the peelings. That's the same about them as well. So we've compared oranges and bananas. All right, let's contrast. When you contrast, you tell what is different about two or more things. Well, let's look at our oranges and bananas and see if we can come up with a way that they are different. So this is a way they are not the same. I want you to pause the video and in your ELA notebook, I want you to write down one way that oranges and bananas are different. Pause now. Okay, let's see what you came up with. I came up with oranges are orange and bananas are yellow. I also came up with oranges are round and bananas are long. Those are different. They're definitely not the same shape. Oranges have seeds you can't eat, and bananas have seeds you can eat. That's a little black specks inside of the bananas. Those are the seeds, but you can eat them. Let's look at a Venn diagram. Here's a Venn diagram. It's two circles that overlap, and what's in the middle is the same, and what's on the outside is different. It's a great way to organize your thoughts when you're comparing and contrasting two things. In the middle, we put what's alike about the two objects. On the sides, you put how the objects are different. So let's try organizing your Venn diagram. Now, you don't actually have a Venn diagram on your paper, but that's okay. We can do it on the screen. We're going to talk about oranges over here on this side. We're going to talk about bananas over here on this side. This is where they're different. In the middle has to be true about oranges and bananas. Anything over here can only be true about oranges, and anything over here can only be true about bananas. So let's put some of our information on here. Where would we put that they're fruits? Would that go on the oranges side or the banana side or in the middle? Yep, it's going to go in the middle, isn't it? Because that's something that's the same about them. Okay, what about another one? You can eat it. That's going to go in the middle because it's the same. Where would I put you have to peel them? Yep, it's going to go in the middle because that's the same about both of them. All right, what about the color? Yep, I'm going to put orange over there and I'm going to put yellow over here by banana because those are different. I definitely can't put the color in the middle. They're not both orange and they're not both yellow. Here's another one. The shape, round and long. Now what about the seeds? We realized that we could eat one, but we couldn't eat the other. Can we put that in the middle? No. We can't eat the seeds in oranges, but we can eat the seeds in bananas. So now we've organized things in a Venn diagram. So if someone looked at this, they would see that all of your thoughts are organized. This is where the circle overlaps. So that's how those two are connected. The circle is not overlapped over here, so that's how they're different. That's the contrast. This is the compare. What kinds of things can we compare and contrast? We could compare and contrast people. We could say, hey, they're the same because they both have glasses, but they're different because one has blonde hair and one has black hair. We can compare and contrast objects like we just did with bananas and oranges. We could compare and contrast animals. We could compare and contrast a cat and a dog. One purrs, the other barks, but they're same because they're both mammals. We could compare and contrast places like the beach or the desert. We could compare and contrast music like rap and country. We could even compare and contrast books, but when we do that, we'll break it down into several elements of a story. We would talk about the things that are the same and different about the characters, the things that are the same and different about the setting, and the things that are the same and the different about the events that happen in the story. All right, we're going to review. Before we review, I want you to write down in your ELA notebook what you think compare means and what you think contrast means. Pause the video and write it down now. All right, you've got your answer written down for compare. Compare means the same. Tell how it's the same. Now, you have your answer written down for contrast. If you don't have it written down, pause it and write it down. Contrast means different. That's how you're going to tell that things are different. You're going to contrast them. One more thing you're going to write down. You're going to write down what you can use to organize your thoughts. I'll give you a hint. It's two overlapping circles. I want you to write down what it's called. Pause the video now. All right, did you figure it out? You can organize your ideas using a Venn diagram. It's named Venn diagram after the person who came up with it. All right, very good job on comparing and contrasting. We are going to be using this in class a lot.